Oh hey, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the channel. I was just about to work on the air conditioner hose on this Bronco. Well, when I did the power sharing air conditioner bracket kit on this thing, I had to reposition the air conditioner compressor a little bit different. So I'm having to modify the hoses somewhat. So not a big deal. I'll show you guys how we do it. Come on with me. Now I do realize that most of y'all don't have the equipment to make a hose like this, air conditioner hose. The ones that do know how to do it. The ones that don't have it done by somebody else. But I thought it might be fun to show y'all how these crimps are made. And these crimps also, most of the ones, and I'll show you which ones, you can use hose clamps on. So you don't always have to have this crimp, but the crimps looks a little nicer. So come over here real quick and let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. Alright, so here's some of the components in making it. Is you have your crimps and you have your crimper. And this crimper's got 4 different size dies. There's 4 different size hoses. So you have a number 6 hose, which is a 5/16 inside diameter. Okay. Then you have a number 8, which is 13/32, a number 10, which is 1/2 inch, and a 12 that's 5/8 of an inch. These are all inside diameters. And with these compression sleeves, you have different dies that fit them, and the dies are numbered on them what they fit. And the compression tool is real simple. I put it in the vise, and you just compress it down good and tight. Pretty simple deal. I'll show you how it's done. First off is this low side right here needs to be right here. This compressor, this was rotated down here, so it went in right there. So what we need to do, generally these are not so tight to where you can't just twist them within here, and then I could put it on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here and here. Take that hose off. Put a new piece of hose in, new crimps, and I'm gonna rotate this around to where it goes in here properly. You know, they do make a real nice, or Gates makes a black plastic hose cutter that's real useful for cutting hoses real straight. I don't have it. Just make it as straight as you can. It's got a couple of small set screws in here that hold these dies in place. And we'll be doing a number 10. You go all the way in until it's completely compressed. And that's all there is to it. I'll get in here and fix these other hoses. I'm going to put my dryer in here and charge her up. Alright, I measured this hose here and made it a little bit longer than probably what it could be, but I could use the extra length. It is the high side that runs. It runs from the condenser up front to the inside of the vehicle, through the dryer, and then the inside of the vehicle. It is a 5/16 number 6. So we'll put the number 6 die in here. Oil will sometimes help these things slip on a little easier. I gotta tell you, it's a beautiful 60 degrees here in Texas. The last couple days have been cold, mucky, wet. So I feel sorry for all y'all that may be watching this that are still freezing cold or snowy.
Magnesium is a smart start to the school year.
It's 7.5.
For your free MRI review. Thanks to a less than 1-inch incision, you'll be out of walking with me.
Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to run a vacuum on this thing here for about, I don't know, 10 minutes. And then I'm going to shut the pump off, close the gauges off, and see if the vacuum gauge goes back to 0 from a negative temp. So if it leaks out, we have to figure out where it's at. Hopefully it'll hold that vacuum. Once I determine that it's holding vacuum and there is no leaks, I'll turn it on. I'll let it run probably for about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, pulling the vacuum, making sure I get all the moisture out. And then I'll start to put Freon back in.
You look like Say That Again with WordPress.com.
That's the ring. What's that, girl? Holy hell! Take it to me! Yes, I was!
24-hour release assistance. America's #1 horse solution.
I think you're my best friend. You don't have to say I'm your best friend, okay?
Well, it turned out real good. New hose here on top with the 90 right here coming over here to the front condenser. I got the new dryer in it with new fittings on it, and she charged up real good. She's blowing out ice cubes. Well, there you go, guys. This is a pretty simple deal, as you can see. So you gotta have the right tools to do it. But we sure appreciate you coming by again. Subscribe, hit like, and we'll see you next time. Steve's Restorations.